Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam and my greeting to all of the scholars, brothers and sisters, and the professors all over the world, particularly from India, attending this great conference. I would like to express my gratitude to the University of Maulana Azad, University of Delhi, and also the rector of the Department of Islamic Studies, Professor Moht Habib, for the invitation and preparing this opportunity for me to be with you. Initially, I wish to be with you there and to attend this great conference by person. By the way, because I've been invited to the Turkey for a conference, I feel sorrow that I couldn't be there. By the way, through this video, I would like to share my paper regarding to the theme of the conference. So in my paper, I decided to categorize Islamic studies in two groups. The first is the Islamic studies which emerged in the Islamic world by the 4th century of the Islamic calendar, in a way that the Muslim scholars tried to discuss and research about Islamic beliefs and Islamic theology, Islamic history, Islamic hadith, Islamic ilm al-kalam and tariq, Islamic tafsir, and so on, hadith studies. These kind of this kind of research took place by the Muslim scholars. This is one of the main characteristic of the Islamic studies in the first category, that the researchers were Muslims. And the second was that their purpose was to enrich the Muslims' belief. So their addresses were Muslim as well. And the purpose was to enrich the faith and iman among the Muslim scholars. And another characteristic of this approach to the Islamic studies was that the issues and the problems they were discussing on was the theological debate. For example, what is the relationship between the sifas and attributes of Allah the Almighty with the essence of Allah? About for example, what is what is the meaning of the wahy and revelation? Regarding to the revelation of Quran, whether it was qadim and hadith, these kind of theological discussions, these were discussed in Islamic studies in the first category, as I call it, the classic Islamic studies. But in modern Islamic studies, in the second category, which I want to discuss about that, now we see a difference. The difference is that the researchers are not only merely the Muslims. Sometimes the researcher and those who want to make a research on Islam, they are non-believers to the Islam, or let's call it, sometimes they are not Muslims. And the way they approaches, the method they discuss about Islam, it is widely different than the Muslim scholars they did already in the classic method. And another difference is that their purpose is not to enrich the faith among the Muslims. Sometimes maybe their purpose is widely different than what was going on the first approach to the Islamic studies. So we see many differences. And another difference which is very important, their purpose was not to enrich the faith and belief among the community. So here we see that their main discussion is not the theological discussion, but also the discussions, the issues they discuss about, they are somehow far from the theological debates of tafsiri, kalami, and so on. They discuss about Islam from external aspect. And when they do the Islamic studies, they try to benefit from Islam to provide best life and good life to the humanity. For example, today in the theology it is discussed in the West. For example, they discuss about the exotheology, in a way that they discuss about what is going on beyond the life that we live on the earth. So from the religious sources as well as Islam, they try to find any light, a portion of solution, to find that whether it is possible to live in the other planets or not. For all, they discuss about the peace theology, violence theology, environmental theology, disability theology. In these kind of theologies, they try to abstract from the religious studies, from as well as Islam, to solve the human problem. So we see that the main difference between the classic Islamic studies and the modern Islamic studies is that in modern Islamic studies, human need is the main purpose. To solve the human problem is the main purpose. But in the classic one, theological discussions, enriching the faith, was deepening the Imam and belief was the main purpose. The reason is obvious, because in the modernity, the humanism, human is the pillar. Human became the pillar of everything. Even studying the Islamic studies, studying the religious studies should be for the favor of human being. Here, I would like to sum up my purpose by suggesting that in Islam, we believe that human is the pillar, but is not merely the pillar of everything. One of the if the problem of the classic Islamic studies was that the human being need was a bit ignored. Mainly the faith and the divinity was important. The problem of the modern Islamic studies is that it is paying more attention to the human being in a way that it is ignoring the divinity. Human being in Islamic studies, if we establish a third method and the third path to Islamic studies, as I call it, the third path, in a way that in the third path we learn from the sources as the religions. We learn from the other because these sources, they are divine sources. We learn from them, and then we find solution to the life of human being in a way that the human being can live in a good way. We can benefit of the religious sources in a way that the human being can have a good lifestyle. But we are not merely looking to the human being. One of the problems of the modern approach to the Islamic studies and the other fields of studies is that human being is merely the pillar. What he wishes, it is good. What is in the favor of human being, it is good. What about the environment? What about the animals? What about the other beings in this world? So, my suggestion is that based on establishing Islamic studies, the third approach to the Islamic studies, we can benefit of Islamic studies to actually provide a good life for the human being, but also all being in this world. Thank you for listening to my short lecture. It was a short and brief introduction to my lecture, and I would like again to thank all of you for attending the conference, and also the University of Maulana Azad University, as well as the rector of the Department of the Islamic Studies. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon together and discussing about Islamic studies. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.